Oh, when will Slow Boy show up? He has to go through the process. And he ranted on and on and on and on. I think he gets worse every day. Hello. Say hi. He's showing up. Will he actually come on camera? Will it actually work?
Seeing and hearing people in this day and age is remarkable.
It is.
Virtually.
David,
happy Friday to you, man.
Happy Friday. It's been a long week. Hello, Lindsay Badger.
And it has been. All right. Now, let me get over there.
Let's share this out.
Hello, boys. Cool. Let me minimize this down.
Figure out where I am.
Let me get over there.
Share this out. Hello, boys. And there's Terry showing up.
William and Terry and Lindsay.
General Slays.
Yeah. Jason's made it back.
I like how did Jason make it?
Yeah, the one and only.
The only. I see Jason's comment though.
This is what kind of day it's been here. I'm actually into my backup coffee maker.
Where am I sharing?
Good morning,
I don't want to share on a page I manage. I want to share in a group. There we go. Oh, I forget what the name of this thing is.
So, guys, what are you up to? What are you guys doing today? I know this is my Friday. This is now the 4th live stream I've done today. I don't know why.
What? It has.
It has been the 4th live stream I've been a part of today.
Oh my gosh. What did you do for the other 2? I know what you rambled and prattled on about.
Oh, that's this show, and that's just pure vanity and ego. Because without it, I can't be considered a real person. It's like being a speaker without a book, right? You can't be a live streamer without a show.
No, you cannot be a live streamer without a show. You cannot be a speaker without a book.
Can't be a speaker without a book, right?
You know what? I don't agree with that. I think that's a falsehood that has been brought about by live streaming.
Do you have a book?
I do.
No, you do not. You don't.
I do.
No, I don't mean you own a book, because I own books. And I don't mean an e-book pamphlet that's 2.5 pages long.
No, I don't have a book then. I'm sorry.
So
should I stop?
Yeah.
Live streaming then?
If you don't have a show, can't call yourself a live streamer.
Very last show, folks.
I'm just saying. So I'm just saying, right? William Slays, I do see your comment, and I'm glad to see that he's taking his organizer pad back to Walmart, because with Trello, you don't need it. I'm glad if you got one thing out of today's show, that's it.
Let me talk about all these virtual, digital organizers out there. If you can't do the same thing on pen and paper, then all the digital organizing hoo-ha in the world is not going to help you at all. And in fact, my mantra is that it's done pen and paper first, and it's done everywhere else afterwards. And the only reason it's done everywhere else is if it's like a group project or something of that nature. So, now, if you're using it for a grocery list or something of that nature, it's not the same thing. But the reason for pen and paper is because there is scientific proof, supposedly, of, see, you can do the exact same thing with little Post-it notes and a notebook. And I started off on this book, and I just got a, oh, it's really bright.
There we go. I'm like,
it's a composition book, but it's graphing lines. And the reason it's graphing lines is because it's got lots of little squares in there, so I can be very neat and organized.
Yeah.
But there's proof that it's called kinesthetic learning. And it's basically that you will learn better by writing. There is a correlation between you writing it and you remembering it better in your brain. It's called kinesthetic learning.
Yeah, it's they've done studies on this, and it's they've done studies in the academic university classroom setting that in many ways, and this is something we've never been able to really track or be able to understand because we've actually never had the tech. But what they're finding is that in some cases, in the basic actual initial learning, the tech is getting in the way of the learning set. So I know for like in people that I know, like my father, when he teaches, he says, look, put away your phones, not just because it's like a social thing, but stop letting that tech, the tech is getting in between you and an actual learning process. And you're right. When you use the pen and paper, and I use when I'm quick and I'm just trying to like brainstorm an idea, or I'm trying to work out a problem, and it just, there's something, and I've even taken it to the point that this is my pen. You know, I mean, this it's a different pen. It's just something this is my memory aid, and this just helps get this going. But I might start it on paper just to get the ideas going, maybe a quick to-do list. But if it's like, hey, make sure the trash goes out, or make sure that that you restart the computer or something like that, that's fine. What I like to use the digital stuff for is when I know that like every week I've got a list of 10 things that I need to do. But it's every week. So what I like to do then is I may brainstorm that idea, but I'm going to put that in like a Trello or in a reminder or something. Every Friday at 1:00, it pops up.
I agree.
That's the way to use it.
There are, so it's a system, and I actually, so I've learned the same thing, and I often teach the same thing. Where you have a set, eventually you have a set pattern of doing something. So for instance, in order for me to successfully make it to the gym pre 5 a.m., because I don't wake up and I'm tired and I'm groggy and I'm walking around. So I've prepped my bottles, I've prepped my gym bag. I've done all that before I've gone to bed. I've even I take a little bit of pre-workout before I go to the gym. So I mean, I've got the bottle and the glass with the spoon sitting in the glass on the counter, ready to go. Everything's mixed up and ready to go. And that's the exact same way if you're doing an email campaign, if you're doing anything, and it's got a set pattern to it. Figure out what those patterns are, and then as you go on, you can do it. And so I agree completely. And those are good for. That's a good practice for solopreneurs, to use a buzzword. That's a good practice for solopreneurs as you're building your business up, because one of the goals should be hopefully one day, you're not doing everything, even though we do, and that you start to let some things go, and so if you can provide a template. That's an awesome way to do it. And then also then, when you have employees or people that you've contracted to hire or something, and something didn't go right, there's a path to go along and say, okay, well, did you do this? Maybe you didn't check it off or something and they didn't do it. So that type of stuff. But a lot of people use it for, trying to, well, I really need to be, like William Slay said somewhere in there in the comments, I want to be organized. If you weren't doing it before, just because you have the tool doesn't mean you'll be able to accomplish it. And
that was one of the things I really wanted to stress, is that this is just one way to do it. the Trello isn't the answer for everything. I think it's a good tool. I think it's a very versatile tool. It's simple, flexible, and I said my piece in that, but you're right. I mean, it's just a tool. I know some people, and I used to work with them. You put it on the computer, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's the same thing. They'll go over to their pad of paper, and they've got 3 different pads going. They've got their personal stuff. They've got some like one project set or like one department set, and they would literally run everything off of a notepad. And I'm going through this. I'm like, you actually run your company off of these notepads. Like it was right. Mm-hmm. But they could do it because they knew the system. And when we're just getting into the digital age, we're just using a different type. A different type, but the mindset, you're absolutely right. The mindset absolutely has to be the discipline, keep it up to date. And if you don't have a system and follow it, it's going to fall apart. It will. You can write lists all day, and if you don't get stuff done, okay.
And creating a system is easy because all you have to do is think through the process and write the steps down. And then understand that, you may come along later and say, oh, well, I've got to do this process. And the littlest details always matter. But it's a discipline.
Right.
It's something that you have to push and challenge yourself. You have to commit to in order to do it. And it's helpful to have realistic goals. It's helpful not to beat yourself up when you fail the system. Mm-hmm. Systems don't fail. We fail the systems. And it's typically because we don't use what we have.
Fight the system.
So let's go through some of the comments and questions that are in there. I'm going back. So Pat Murray's here. Hey, Patricia Murray. By the way, check her out. You can check out her if you're local to Durham, North Carolina, or you just want to check her out anyway. She does some great stuff for the local community. Cindy Harrison wants to know, do you have to pay for Trello? Nope. I think there's an upgrade that you can pay for on Trello. It used to be completely free, but it was like,
the whole
very, very bland.
No, it's actually really kind of neat. So Trello itself is free. Everything that I did on the show today was completely free, and you can use it. Unlimited boards, unlimited members can see it, all this kind of stuff, right? But there are, I think it's for like $10 a month. You get like unlimited power-ups. You get all like these different integrations all for free. And I will say this, like if you find that the free version works really well, for $10, you might say, you know what, then it will help me accomplish other things. But I would just if you make sure that you can actually use Trello on the free side before you just go, oh, I'll just
pay for it. Absolutely. Do not go and purchase anything ever. If there's a free version of something,
use it first.
You say, yeah, but there's a paid for version, and this applies to anything. Let's
WordPress
be live.
Oh yeah, be live, yeah.
And you don't and I'm not picking on them. I'm thinking about them because they recently came out with their paid tier program, but they still have their free tier. And if you haven't been using their platform and you haven't been broadcasting live and you haven't gone through the 31 days live challenge and gotten a consistency out of it and gotten comfortable with it, do not do something stupid like jump in with money, especially if you are a solopreneur or someone who's just starting out on business or struggling or, whatever. I mean, it's just kind of dumb to sit there and pay for something of that nature. Trello is really good because Trello is really...
There's one caveat. Unless you're just sending me money, then just jump all in.
Absolutely.
It's all in.
If you want to find out a whole bunch of reasons why Instagram is the devil and you should never use it, then please send Jonathan Tripp some money. He will take you through a very boring course. You will learn absolutely nothing. And Instagram will still be a pain in the ass to you after you're done.
And you'll have less money and I'll have more of it.
Make sure you read the T's and C's, though, terms and conditions, because Jonathan Tripp doesn't promise you'll ever learn anything.
No. ROI 0.
Yeah. 0. That's because hashtag Instagram is the devil. And I still don't. Oh, I need to check. I haven't checked this week. I haven't taken the time to see if I've gotten the Instagram 2-person live feed. I never use Instagram, so I could really give a crap.
Jason, I love his comment. I forgot to say, Jason Franco, he put in there. He says you do get to change and customize your background.
You do.
Yeah,
you do.
For $10 a month, you get to customize your background.
And there's other platforms that offer the same type of organization and system setup like Trello. There's Asana.
Mm-hmm.
There's Basecamp.
Basecamp. Mm-hmm.
I think it's Basecamp. Those are, I would never recommend. Asana's got some really great details into it and really super complicated. But I mean, for that complication, you get a lot more power out of it. But most people never even need to start out with there. Now, I actually have Asana and Trello serves one purpose and Asana serves another. Cool. So I use the two very differently. I like Trello because it's extremely visual, and a lot of people like Trello because it's extremely visual. With the boards, they look like Post-it notes or whiteboards or whatever you want to call it. So, let's see. Terry Johnson says editing. I have no idea what she's doing. I guess she's editing out our comments. Slay says he's currently signing up for Trello. That's good. Jim Nelson says Jonathan is a busy man. He only appears to be that way. He's like a duck with his feet duct taped in the water. He's floating along, but it's just because the current's carrying him wherever. Lindsay Badger says she's going to start watching The Defenders on Netflix today. Did that come out yet?
Today.
Oh, did it come out today?
Today. I'm going over to
I'm going to watch a couple episodes of it. And if it's no better than the horrible Jessica Jones or the absolutely horrible Luke Cage, then I'll stop. I didn't even get through the second season of Daredevil completely because it just got dumb. But Iron Fist was actually pretty decent. The last couple episodes were, anyway. Spoilers. Cindy Trello has a free option. Terry Johnson answered. Thanks a lot for answering that. Robert C. Stearns here. He said, hey. Let's see. Digital organizing hoo-ha. Shout out to all the Semper Fi's out there. Or is that Army? I can't remember. I think that's Katina Wiseman's watching from the Outer Banks. Hello, Katina, or at least she was. Sorry for taking so long to get back to you. My goodness, the chat comments. I still wish that I could see how many people are actually watching. I have no idea.
It says 12.
12? Well,
on
that's
Facebook.
That's a step up from last week. I think last week we had 11.
2. It was you and me.
And I scheduled this late. I actually wasn't going to do the Facebook Live out of this. I was going to have everybody come on in so I could show all the rest of them. And I know that I am behind showing Webinar Jam. There's just been some stuff that's come up this week in the house personally, and I've had to deal with that. So, you know what? Everything else had to take a back seat.
There you go.
But, do you have your solar eclipse glasses? Let me know.
No, I'm actually just going to stare at it with my eyes.
Well, it's okay because, you do Instagram anyway, and it's horribly done. So
blinding.
Pat Murray said, thanks, Terry. I downloaded Wunderlist. I've heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
But I also continue using my paper calendar to keep track. I just bought one the other day. In fact, I bought it because of what's coming up in September and October and November and December. And I need to order my wall calendar for next year. I don't want to learn. I want to organize. Yeah, we already did it. I used to rewrite my notes before a test. I never did that. You know what? I'm a crammer, honestly. And I always gamified like exams and any kind of testing where there was a time limit and a lot of questions and stuff. I always gamified to see how quick I could get through, which could be really dangerous for most people, but I always seem to come out on top. So
until you don't.
Look at Todoist and AnyDo. Those are more task list oriented. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Those are list oriented, not planner oriented.
Somebody needs to come up with a service and call it shit I need to get done. What are you doing? I'm working on my shit I need to get done. That's it. And that would be perfect. It would go viral. Somebody come up with that. I can't code. Cindy Harrison, I tell kids not only to rewrite their notes, but to do it as soon as they get home so they can jot down a few things the teacher said as an offside that could come in handy. Of course, now you can take your phones into classroom, but in college I had a recorder. I had to tape everything that the professor said, just because it was between writing notes and listening to the professor. So Carla says Trello is okay, but not very clear. Terry says use the one that feels right for you. Terry also says Trello is more for layout of ideas. Writers use it instead of sticky notes. Trello is overkill if you want a simple list. Agreed. Mia Voss, did you move to Canada? I don't think they're letting her come back. I think that the border has been closed only for the box.
Yep.
Carlos says create a system, write it down, schedule reminders to look at the system, set reminder to look at it. It can. You're exactly right. People can get really dumb about it. The important thing is I often see a lot of mistakes, and because I've made them too, where I get too confident and comfortable. Oh, I know what the list is, and then I miss a step. That can happen as well. It even has happened going to the gym, and I get to the gym and it's like, damn, I don't have whatever. Carlos, you get my reference, blah, ha, 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 said Jonathan Tripp. Terry said, you need to know if you like the tool and it fits your work into your workflow. Exactly. Don't go buy a hammer if what you need is a shovel.
Yeah.
You get to change your backgrounds. You could get the hammer. You could use the claw to dig. Hey, I've done it. You could get to change and gotten a whipping for doing it. You get to change your backgrounds. Yeah, okay. We already mentioned that. Sorry. Pat Murray says, I tried Final Cut Pro X for a month, and after the trial period was over, I was more than happy to pay the $300. Very good. And you can do the ScreenFlow for Macs. Same way. You get a trial period. Give it a try out. The only thing is, I think maybe they watermark it. But honestly, it takes you through, you get, full access to it. And ScreenFlow 7's out, and it's got some pretty awesomeness to it. I haven't upgraded yet, but I will. Jason Awesome, J Trips, boring, Instaclass, ROI 0. Wow, I am really behind on comments, aren't I? What are your thoughts on Facebook Workplace?
I haven't used it.
I haven't used it. So
it's another competitive tool. Like Facebook Watch is meant to be a competitive place for watching live video and things like that.
Everyone does realize when I say Instagram is the devil, that makes Facebook Instagram's daddy. So if Instagram's the devil, then what's Facebook? Cindy said she's got to go. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for stopping in, Cindy. I haven't used it either, Tim, if that wasn't apparent. And so if it's not something that you need, and that's a really important thing. We get caught up in all the shininess, the snow effect, shiny new object. That's a tweetable, by the way. Hashtag snow effect. SNO effect. Shiny new object. But we get caught up in it. It's like, and it's usually because you're in some place, honestly, you really shouldn't be. Like Facebook. You signed up on somebody's list that really has no relevance anymore to helping you out in your business, and they're promoting something like X. It's kind of like me coming out and saying, hey, listen, Webinar Jam's got a promotion going on right now. They've just introduced Webinar Jam 3.0. One of the additions that you can get is you can broadcast Facebook Live for your webinars if you want. Go sign up. If you're not doing webinars, don't sign up just because it broadcasts to Facebook Live. While it's not the most expensive thing out there, there is a cost to it. So, that type of stuff. Snow effect. Tim, I use Workplace. It's okay, said Carlos. Pat Murray said she would love to go to Space Camp. Me too. That's down in Alabama, I think, near wherever Jonathan was, where he was at. He was a speaker without a book. I just want to point that out.
It is. You're very true.
Speaker, no book. This guy right here.
Yep, it's true. Speaker.
This is why, you know what? That's just an example of what you would get when you sign up for Jonathan. My Instagram is the devil. don't do this. And then you go look at Jonathan's feed, and there's a whole lot of it in there.
I'm just saying. I am just saying, man.
I just preference everything out with, you know what? Everything I do is sandboxing, so get over it. If I tell you not to do it, don't do it. Let me die in horrible flaming death. Mia said, to quote Office Space, planning to plan. Okay. Are we going to do Office Space quotes this week, Mia? We had a great side conversation a couple weeks ago. I don't even remember. Well, we were doing Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos Phoenix, I just finished watching The Defenders. Carlos Phoenix said, fast forwarded all of them. That's probably what's. Terry says they are price gouging on Amazon. Who is? Why are they price gouging on Amazon? Amazon would never price gouge you. Why would Amazon price gouge you? Come on.
They get you.
I mean, Amazon's only purpose in the world is to take out Walmart. Just saying. At Terry Johnson, hey, Terry, I'm having Mac issues. Can you hit me up after the show? Sure she can. And if she can't, reach out to me. I'll help you out as well. But Terry said, okay, Gail. See, look, the community came together. Terry, I deserve, you can act like you're giving Jonathan a bit, but this isn't his thing. It's mine. So I get a little bit of commission for that, that get together right there.
Just a little.
Terry says Pat wanted something more than task list, more task list than planner. Lindsay Badger said, ugh, my 3-year-old just repeated shit. I need to get done.
I was waiting for you to get to this comment.
Oh, Lindsay, it's probably not the first time that your child's heard that word. And if it is, my apologies.
But did they use it correctly?
This is the title of the show is the AfterShow Ask Chat podcast. So.
It is a little self.
I guess I need a disclaimer. I'll start running a disclaimer. Not safe for work. Earmuffs. That's what we called them when my boy was little.
Earmuffs.
And I would be on with my boss, and he had little children as well. And we would be on speakerphone. We would yell out earmuffs when. So Jonathan has apologized for me, saying, sorry, Lindsay, I'm not responsible for David. That's actually not true. He is responsible for me. He's just, again, it's all, you're just getting a very good glimpse in the window of what you would get if you hired Jonathan to teach you how Instagram sucks.
Nope.
No worries, Jonathan Tripp. We can take David Vaughn anywhere. I think you meant we can't take David Vaughn anywhere, but that's fine. Oh no, Lindsay. A smile. Ha ha ha. And now we're caught up on all the comments.
On the comments.
I am actually really bored now of talking. No, I'm not bored of talking about it.
You want to just take a nap?
It's not nap time yet. Nap time is about 12:30. Sometimes 1. Sometimes naps are those 5-minute power naps. And then sometimes, hey, I just 2-3 hours go by and then the day's pretty much done and I just got to plan my evening. So I'll go get the tequila. I think Jonathan got a haircut. That's why he keeps turning his head, giving us his
I did. Well, that and I'm looking at my screen, but do you like my fine
screen in front of you?
It was hand cut. I didn't even have a machine do it. This was hand cut. That's how handcrafted. So you prattled on and on about something that most people probably shouldn't use, and now they'll go use it and they'll get stuck in that and they won't get anything done. Yeah. Did you talk about any other kind of relevant news this week? Or no, because I'm on a deadline today. I got stuff to do, man.
What do you got to do today? What do you got to do after this, John?
I actually don't even know, but I Jen told me I have something to do at 11:30 today, so I know I have to do that. So I'm just throwing her under the bus today. I know she's watching now, so. But apparently I've got something at like 11:30. So
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
Well,
I don't know. Is a no Flowbee for you? Oh, the Flowbee. What is that? Let me drop this here. Oh gosh.
no what's a Flowbee?
You know what a Flowbee is?
I have no idea. Is that
Can
something
someone
new?
drop a link for a Flowbee?
So if you haven't gotten your solar eclipse sunglasses, and we do teach responsibility here on the After Show and Ask Chat podcast, you can go on to eBay and get you some. Some people are purchasing paper solar eclipse sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they look like the 3D movie glasses you used to get at the movie theater. And some people are paying a really high price now because they waited till the very last minute. But you can do that, so make sure that you're doing that responsibly. By the way, if you are planning on trying to film any part of the event using any kind of camera like your phone, tablet, or a DSLR or anything, and you do not have the appropriate ISO certified lens filter, you will destroy the lens on your device.
Yep.
Just saying. So
You'll burn your eyes
buyer
out.
beware. Yes, I know the iPhone 8002 or whatever is coming out. I know the iPhone 7S, 7S Plus are coming out.
So if I just took my phone and I just put like a pair of sunglasses in front of it, that's not good enough?
No.
Okay.
These things are actually, they let like absolutely no light through. So I've got pairs for me and my family. We're not going to be in the complete darkness, but we're close enough. I don't know. It's like 93% darkness, or I don't know what that means. But I did go ahead and test them out. I was the crash test dummy. And when you put them on, you don't see anything. So one, don't put them on and walk around because you will trip, fall, and maim yourself. But when you look at the sun, it's just this little orange ball. It was really cute. And then I took them off and I was still looking at the sun and I blinded myself. So
Yeah,
if you look at the sun, you'll sneeze.
I'm just actually going to hold everybody's head and just force their eyes open and look at the sun.
So apparently there's been a run on super glue. Jonathan's been living near some interesting times recently.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you don't.
I don't watch the news. I don't use Twitter. I don't even talk to people.
Charlottesville.
Yeah, so
Kind of crazy up there.
yeah, they went crazy town up there. It was awful.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Anytime you have to resort to violence in order to achieve whatever it is you think your goal is, you're in the wrong. Let's just all, be one another. Let's all just get along. Do we want to turn this into that type of show? Do we want to turn this into a
I was going to do a special
debate?
No, and we can just kind of leave it here. But
What did you just put in your coffee mug?
I just put coffee.
That was not coffee. Coffee is not white.
Oh, this is just a little bit of milk. But to keep it just a little bit cold.
You just lost all coffee cred. Anybody that sits there and doesn't drink coffee straight. Oh.
No, that's not true. That is not true.
Jason Franco said steam it. Be a real man. Real men drink frothy lattes. Or what is the other one? Cappuccinos? With the frothy, foamy stuff.
Yeah, do the lattes and things like that. The steamed milk.
Or if Tim Gillette was around, he'd say real men drink espresso. Tim Lynch wants to know, so you just can't use the red blue 3D glasses to get
That's true.
cool effect on the phone. No Instagram filter needed. Yeah,
Right.
that's true. That's true.
It's
You can
what
cut
it
Instagram
does.
completely out of the middle.
Tim, that's a really good point. They're using the 3D glasses, and basically what that does, that makes your iPhone 7 disposable. It's a disposable phone. You just use it once, and then you're
It's
done.
kind of like the old. Well, actually, I think you can still get them. You know, those disposable cameras that you can go into the convenience stores and buy.
I keep forgetting. I can see the comments live here and on Facebook. I just keep up with. I don't know why. Like I can see it all within this one process here.
Yes, you can see it all within this one process.
I just can't like it. I have to go over to the Facebook, but yeah, I can actually see all that.
I know. Well, you can't like it on any platform, though. I don't think there's a way for you to like comments external. I don't think it communicates back.
No, it never pushes back. But that's what I was saying. It's like I have to bring over. I'm just so used to doing it, but within the Webinar Jam platform, I can see the comments real time because I actually have both of those. Both these up. Actually, I'm just going to do it right now. One. It's instantaneous. I mean,
when
like,
you put the comment in? Is that what you're talking about?
Like it's right away. There's fractions of a second delay.
Fractions of a second delay.
Do you know what fractions are? Because sometimes I don't.
No. Pieces of the whole, holes of the piece.
Right.
What are...
David Vaughn joined us. Well, welcome. Hey, David Vaughn, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're able to watch the show today.
I had to get that viewership back up because apparently our numbers are going down. It's not really instantaneous. There was a little bit of a delay.
Virtually. Can I use that word right now?
It had to go through the AR VR filter, and then that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the live stream to happen where I can virtually be in the same room with Jonathan.
Virtually.
Because then the Trip household will never be the same. Kind of like seeing Dale Taylor semi-naked on a hotel bed with a laptop over his lap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's Epic and then there's that.
I could never unsee that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. No, he was wearing shorts. You could see it.
Jason says, what if Facebook paid for our post? I think they should.
Yeah, for us to create content on their platform.
Apple is going to begin ramping up original content. So now they're stepping their hat into the ring.
It's just one person does it, and then everybody else becomes well, we've got that too. And I'll be honest with you, like Facebook is probably one of the bigger. That's your fault.
Jason's trying to help us.
Yeah. Are we really stumbling for content today?
I don't know if we're stumbling for content or not.
It just sucks anyway. You don't.
It does. It does
all the time.
Tim Lynch says steamit.com. Oh, he's trying to help you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So Steamit. Yeah, I haven't done that. Should I be putting my content on Steamit? I wonder.
What is Steamit? Oh, I know what it is. Okay.
Click the link.
Tim Lynch says, for those of us that are too far north, the viewers in the north, sorry, GOT reference. See, I don't even watch Game of Thrones. Are you going to live stream the clips? Who cares if it blows out a Logitech camera? Well, Tim, yeah, I could live stream the eclipse. I'm not going to live stream. I don't know what I would live stream. It won't be pointed right at the sun. How about that? It'll be pointed close. We'll figure out if you can see it getting dark.
So what time is the eclipse actually supposed to?
NASA will live stream the eclipse. Who cares about NASA, Terry? Get out of here. Stop stealing my thunder, damn it.
I'm so not NASA. That's 1980s. I'm so, what is it now? SpaceX?
when they lost the when they stopped doing the space shuttle program, they just
They were dead to me.
they're dead.
It's all SpaceX now, which, by the way, it is. They finally knew how to put together marketing, and I watch the launches now because you get to watch it now. It's awesome.
Let's see. So, somebody from the cheat sheet said, North Carolina, what time is the solar eclipse? Let's see.
Why is it so long to load? Gosh.
Oh my gosh, my stomach's talking. Let's see. Partial eclipse begins at 1:16 p.m. Eastern time zone. I don't know why I have to say that because everyone knows I live in the Eastern time zone, and that is the only time zone in the world that actually matters. All other are irrelevant. They say the maximum eclipse will be at 2:44 p.m. And partial eclipse ends at 4:06 p.m. That is that's a few hours of staring at the sun. And by the way, even if you have the solar eclipse glasses, the ISO certified ones, please make sure you get the actual ones that look on the inside of the glass. It should say it's ISO certified 1220. I don't know. It was a really long number. Anyway, and I thought I had it, but I don't. They say you're only supposed to look at it for like just a few minutes. So, look up and give your eyes a rest. Look up and give your eyes a rest. But anyway, so that's when it'll be happening. So it's basically going to start about 1:15, right around 2:45 is when it's going to be the maximum. And then around 4:06 in the afternoon. And this is all on Monday, August 21st, 2017. The next solar eclipse, I think, that touches North America somewhere is in 2024. And then I think it's going to be like 10,000 years until we have the next one. So somebody was saying the other day, it was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and some old guy, and I mean, he was old. I was like, well, that's not true because I saw one when I was a boy. So, of course, then he got out his cane, and he had on his really dark glasses because he's blind. He wasn't before he viewed, apparently. That was the joke. Jonathan's referencing me again. Lindsay Badger, has it really become that kind of show? Oh, David's fault. Yep, absolutely.
Yep, it is.
Pat Murray says, yeah, but SpaceX won't be live streaming the eclipse. NASA will. That's because SpaceX is in the business of actually doing something productive and putting people up in space, and they are awesome. Go Tesla. And then he said, get off my lawn.
Yeah. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Damn it. Bastards. So we've talked about the solar eclipse, which is happening Monday. Jonathan's going to be live streaming and destroying his Android phone, which sucks anyway.
Well, I actually thought about this. What if I did this as a way to kind of shield or offset? What if I live streamed my phone? What if I live streamed a live stream of my phone that's taking the picture? Would that help with the this way I don't burn out my one phone camera. Does that help?
I think what you need to do is take that to Trello and plan that out. Plan on that plan.
Trello it.
Yeah, Trello it.
Now what verb?
Let me know how that worked out for you. Because otherwise, SpaceX.
It's a genius idea, I'm telling you.
Lindsay Badger, let's hear you say that comment out loud with the 3-year-old in the room, please. And I want you videoing you doing that, and then I want to hear your 3-year-old repeat that. And then when your husband comes home, have your 3-year-old repeat it, and it'll be super funny.
That'll be really great because I know he'll appreciate it. He's like, "What have you been doing today?"
John Upton's joined us, and he has provided a very useful link. It is on the Nikon USA how to photograph a solar eclipse. I've already got mine actually way easier than that. I just have a friend who's got like a lot of expensive camera gear and the proper filter, and he's going to be filming these solar eclipses. That's interesting that John's comment didn't show up.
I actually don't see John.
In the why he's in the comments on Facebook. I'm looking at him. I see you, John. That's so weird.
I must be blocked. I'm probably blocked.
And then Lindsay Badger says, no, I don't think so. Lol. Come on, I dare you. I double dog dare you. And I want it posted on Facebook. There was a video that was posted the other day on Facebook somewhere. I don't know if it was posted the other day, but anyway, my wife showed it to me. And it was this little girl, and she was antagonizing the ever-living crap out of her cat. She has this white cat. It was a little, when I say little, I don't know, she was probably, 6 or 7. And she just kept sitting there and batting at the cat like this. And she wasn't really hitting the cat. She was just kind of antagonizing it. Well, the cat had enough. The cat jumped up. And then she started to cry.
So is that cat snap?
That was cat snap. Yeah, that was cat snap. And it was super funny. And then they took it down because there was something about it was too violent.
Get out.
I know.
Are you? No.
It was too violent. I thought it was a super way. Isn't it funny? The way, the best ways for a child to learn, gee, that was stupid. Don't do it again.
Who took it down? Did the
I think the whoever posted it took it down.
Oh.
Apparently they started receiving some rather hateful messages.
So this is I get it. Like, it's silly, and things like that. No, I get it. I get that kind of stuff. And here's the thing, right? Like the other day I saw a post, Brian Kramer. Somebody had tagged Brian Kramer in a, hey, look what I found, where someone took his picture, his face, put it on a Twitter account, and was like selling some other product that Brian does not endorse. He's not a part of the endeavor. They just took his picture. And so when Brian messaged Twitter, they're like, well, we really can't do anything. It's not in violation of our, they're not actually violating any prompts. I'm like, really? You're using, do I have to go after someone privately now? Or can it just be like, hey, they're using I'm reporting that there's a problem on your platform. That's what's wrong with Twitter. And I feel like dropping my mug, except there's still coffee in it. But this is the same thing.
Why don't you drop your mic?
Oh, wait, crap. It's still suspended. Poorly executed, John. Poorly executed. All right, this is my 60-second countdown.
John, I have no idea if it is because you posted a link, but it probably is because you only posted a link. It showed up for me in Facebook, so nope, I don't know.
Never saw it.
Facebook.
I actually thought he blocked.
Maybe because you and I are mates. Did you say this is your 60-second countdown? Are you done?
Yeah, I have a call like at 11:30ish.
A call? You don't have a call. You didn't have a call when I sat there and said, well, what do you got going on? I actually don't know. But Jen Nelson told me something at 1:30.
She messaged me and she said, John, she gave me the 3-minute countdown, so I'm giving you the 60-second countdown. Inflation.
I think that what should really happen is we should live stream the call.
Yeah, that'd be a really great idea. Because
I think we should all. Who wants to hear the Tripp household in action as they sit there and lie to a client to pilfer money out of them?
Just wow.
I do. I want to hear, how do I swindle people out of money?
How to swindle people in 60 seconds.
Absolutely. Jim Baker be damned. This is the new age.
You went old school with that. I remember.
Okay, Joel Osteen.
Joel. Yeah. Well, I mean,
whoever's.
I'm not saying,
and I have no idea if Joel Osteen.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you went old school with it.
I have no idea what preachers were doing.
All right. So guys,
anyway, so Jonathan's got to go. I really need to go probably too because I'm tired of talking.
Burn his retinas out.
Yeah, it's my retinas are already burnt out from looking at the sun.
No, it's redneck LASIK, surgery. So go stare at the sun.
LASIK surgery. And now we'll get stuff from all the rednecks out there who are disappointed. Maybe you'll have some visit you that are still camping out up there around Charlottesville.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe they're...
On that note, thank you very much, everyone. My name is David Vaughn. That guy over there is Jonathan Tripp. If you want to know nothing about Instagram or VitMug and you want really horrible help with... No, I'm just kidding. Go check them out. We'll see you again some other time. Lindsay Badger, I look forward to seeing the video with SpaceX what said by your 3-year-old. And we're done.
Yes.